Good afternoon to everybody. We will start the session in a few minutes. We're just waiting for a few more students. Good afternoon to everybody. Thanks a lot for joining. Just give us a few minutes. We have a mentor who will be joining with us in a few minutes, and then we will start the session.
Gauri, we can start.
Right, sir.
Welcome to Rare Minds. We are a management consulting and career management firm. We are providing a pre-employment learning program for graduating students from colleges to cater to the needs of different industries, to close in skill gaps and add innovative skills. At the end of the program, we arrange interviews for students to help start careers. We help you to improve your professional skills to achieve your goals. We are also providing you stream-specific courses which will enhance your knowledge and give you practical experience. We are providing corporate trainings as well. Join our webinars and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos. You can get the channel link in the video description. We are happy to help you. Well,
What happened?
Hi, is everybody able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, Gauri.
Yeah,
Good
thank
evening.
you. So, can any of the students please respond if I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you, Nitesh. Right, so welcome everybody, and I hope you've had a great afternoon and hope it gets even better now. So group discussion is an important tool in the selection process for freshers. So each group usually contains of 6 to 10 candidates, and each group is given a topic for discussion. The time limit the time limit given for each topic is 15 minutes. Each participant has to give his or her views about the topic in discussion. The mentors observe the full discussion. After the time limit is over, feedbacks are given to improve. Coming to our company, Rare Minds, an industry academia interface platform that offers twin solutions to empower students, bring out their potential, and in parallel partner with corporates for talent acquisition. Rare Minds during COVID-19 has created the platform Gold, that is group online discussion. Gold is a platform made available to students every day from Monday to Saturday, 3 to 5 to practice group discussion skills for free. Our CEO and founder, Dr. Subhashini Ramaswamy, has over 2 decades of experience in CXO and advisory roles for startups, a doctorate in education, and has a focus as a leader in collaborating with other leaders to empower and build a learning city. So Gold is one such platform made for students, an opportunity to empower. And we have every day we have with us different mentors from the industry who help the students and give their views and suggestions for improvement. So today we have with us Maithili Vijay Raghavan. She is an MPhil with a specialization in HR, MBA in Learning and Development, MA Public Administration, and a PGD in Human Resource Management from IIMAT. Her profession is she's a HR business partner with an experience of 16 plus years in high-tech MNCs. Her current company is Rockwell Automation. So there are some other roles which Maithili ma'am has been heading. Those are the HR head in Liboy, India, senior HR business partner, management consultant, people effectiveness and performance prime for India and Pakistan at Nortel Networks, head HR at Canaries Automation. Her passion is people development, mentoring, and behavior learning. And there are some other skills that ma'am has are she's a professional singer, a vocalist, performed in various events, popular for devotional music. And she's also an anchor. We welcome you, ma'am, and thanks for being here with us.
Hey, Gauri, thank you so much it's a pleasure being with all of you once again. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. So some of the skills you will learn are managing stress, improving communication, presentation, public speaking. So it's an opportunity to show your skills, your leadership, showcase your natural interest to initiative, bring groups together. So since we all are here for this, so I hope you guys have a great time and happy participation to all of you. Once again, welcome. So we move to our group discussion topic. So before we move on, I request all the students to please turn on your videos while you're speaking, so that our mentor here, Ms. Maithili, can actually give you feedback even on the basis of your on the basis of your body language and how you're supposed to initiate any group discussion. So please turn on your videos, and you can unmute yourself and you can start the discussion without being prompted out. Again, each topic will have 15 minutes. So, right, so we move to our first topic, that is, how can the standard of people below poverty line be raised? How can the standard of people below poverty line be raised? We have.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Sorry.
Yeah, ma'am.
Hello.
Please continue, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Nitish, you can start the discussion. We just have the topic and the pointers for your reference in the chat. And 15 minutes start now. Nitish, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nitish from
Good afternoon.
ENC department. Yeah.
Mhm.
So the topic is, how can the standard of people below the poverty line be raised? Okay, before going to that, let me tell what are the classes present in India. Okay, there are mainly 7 classes based on the income of the people. They are the richest among the richest, and then the super rich, and then the elite class, and then the upper class, and then the middle class, and then the lower class, and finally the below poverty line. Okay, according to a study, the laborers who work for daily wages in villages and in cities, the casual workers in cities, the tribes people, the Dalits, and then the Muslim people have been the poorest Indians. Okay, almost 60% of these people reside in the North Indian states of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Orissa, and Madhya Pradesh. Almost 85% of the Dalits and the tribes people reside in these states. So how can the standard be raised? So I believe that only education and healthcare can curb the poverty from any developing nation. You can consider any developed nation and study its path to development. You will find out that they have invested heavily in these sectors, that is, in providing infrastructure and management of improving education and healthcare. And yeah, many economists across the globe have argued that India has been underinvesting in these sectors, which is not a good sign. So secondly, the reservation. India has been doing phenomenal in this reservation. We can almost find a reservation in almost every field, that is in education, in job, almost everywhere. But I think there is a small loophole in this concept of reservation. That is, yeah, of course, majority of the people who are below poverty line belong to these scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, but not all of them are below poverty line. There are many people who belong to upper class also. So reservation, when this reservation is being utilized by those people, it is being misused. So it is not at all being helped for the really needy people. So if the government takes care of this, and so what the government should do is it should identify the economically backward people from 135 crore population of India and provide reservation for those really needy people. So let me conclude. So to grow for real, we should take care that no one is left behind. And for this to happen, both the parties, that is the upper caste and the lower caste, the rich and the poor, must take a step towards each other and meet at the halfway towards the prosperous India. Thank you.
Nitish, could you please introduce to us your college name as well?
Yeah, I'm from Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, from ENC department.
Thank you.
Hey, Tish, great start.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Who's going next?
Anybody else has the pointers? You can ask questions as well to Nitish.
Something talking?
You guys can feel free to share any points and any views that you have. even if they're just one or two liners. And then you can also are free to ask questions to the other person. So feel free to unmute yourself and start the discussion. For those
Hi.
who have come a little late, we have the topic and the pointers in the chat for your.
Gauri, somebody just joined, I think. I mean, who's just trying to talk.
Yes, yes, Amok.
Hi, this is Amok from HMR ITM. So I want to add few more points to the discussion. So I believe that the public distribution system is the reason for the people who are suffering in the below poverty line. For example, the cash flow by the government itself is very low to them. The amount of salary they get is also very low. So there has to be many reforms from the government itself to foster the employment employability of the BPL people, so that they can enjoy their work and all they get same as the upper middle class people or rich, you might say. And also as 60% of is distributing. So this is a huge failure for the system because the cash inflow is very unstable. The people do not get the whole money system is very unstable. So this is what I want to say.
Good. Amol, thanks. I just want to make, one comment before the other person starts picking up. One is a group discussion does not always have to be an accepting mode. You can ask questions to each other, and it could be a healthy conversation. So in case you're accepting, which is fine, but don't make it like only when somebody is calling out or Gauri is asking to talk, you people talk. It is a group discussion. Let me remind that, and it's important that each of you make it like a group discussion, hand in hand, passing it on, asking questions. If it's not convincing, then probe more questions or agree with a pointer of fact as to why you're agreeing. Both of you have done a great start. I just wanted to make this comment, passing it back to people. The next participant, basically, whoever is willing to take it up. Great start.
Can we have someone sharing their views?
Hey, guys, is somebody talking on mute?
Guys, the platform's for you, so please make sure you share your views, and we're definitely here to help you out.
Okay, if nobody is talking, I just want to, share a few thoughts of what group discussion are.
Hello.
Or what is expected in a group discussion. Hello, yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Very good afternoon to everyone present over here.
Very
This
good
is Deepak
afternoon.
from Global Business School, Hubli. So this is my first time, so I might sound like a bit nervous, but please do adjust.
That's okay. No worries. You can continue.
Okay. So one thing which I majorly wanted to add is the person who initiated this talk or else this topic. I just want to add in his point saying he told that we need to give the person who is in requirement of these reservations. But in our present scenario, it's very difficult to find each and every person who is deserving or not. As he told, like we need to give the opportunities to people who are in need. But right now, in the situation where we can't even imagine and we can't even go out, it's very difficult for a country like us, like India, to go and found out people who are actually in need or not. So the main point which I want to put over here is basically if we educate the people with good amount of knowledge, then they'll get by their own footwear, sorry, by their own legs, so that they can earn more, and the disposable income which would be gained by them would be properly utilized, because they would be having knowledge like regarding what is good and what is not good. I mean to say, not the people who don't have education are not illiterate, sorry, don't have knowledge or don't know the right or wrong. But if you have knowledge as well as education, then you could easily achieve more. By that, we can easily increase their standard of living, because they would be educated as well as they would be capable enough to get a job, crack a job somewhere, and gain a lot of disposable income by which they can spend a lot, and end of the day their standards may increase. That's all from my end.
Well, I agree with you, but yeah, we have a very huge amount of population in India, but we can convert that as an advantage for us. So we have many volunteer people, we have many organizations. We can aim for building more such organizations which can reach people, which can reach which can reach even the most corner of our country, and we can curb this poverty.
Yeah, I again agree with you, but what I feel is it would take time, and it would rather take a lot of money, because as you told, like we can form organizations which can find people who are actually in need. But in my point of view, it would actually take a lot of time as well as money, because we all know, like we live in India, and nothing goes straight in our country.
Of course, it takes time and it needs a very huge investment. That's what the developed countries have done in the past.
Yeah.
Even we have to follow that. But
Yes.
yeah, you are right, it will take time, but it's never too late to start anything, right?
Yeah, exactly, but it would take time, and but I'm happy that you're thinking of a long run.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. It was a great start, guys. Deepak, you were really good. So you don't have to hesitate anymore. Um, and Nitish is also doing great. So can the others also, share their views?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Abdul Kader. I am from Global Business School, Hubli. With respect to imparting education among people, I would like to add they should be encouraged to impart in them specific skill, so that they can in future make use of that skill in the form of at least self-employment. And I think employment is a great way to reduce poverty in India. So I think Modi government, with its Make in India initiative, it is really doing a great job. It will definitely add to reduce poverty in the country.
Mm-hmm. Who's going next?
Anybody has any questions for Nitish, Abdul, Deepak, and Amog?
Hello, this is Nachiket from Maharaja Institute of Technology. I agree what Nitish, all three of them said. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
as Nitish, yeah,
Hey, we
as
lost you, I think.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, fine. I agree with Nitish what he said about the reservation and all. Reservation should be given to the one who is eligible, not randomly saying that I will only provide the reservation for this kind of people. We should see in that the reservation will be given to the right person or the right deserving person. And coming to the education aspects, education should be what I think is the education system should be revised again, because the subjects or the contents what we are studying today, it's not up to date. Like we can update the syllabus, or we can revise the education system so that we will get the competitive knowledge, or what you say, the knowledge that we need in practical world. It may be one of the reason why the unemployment is also causing. Thank you.
Yeah, Nachiket.
Anybody else with any other pointers?
Good afternoon. My name is Abdul, and I would like to say that along with education, as you know, India is a highly populated country, and in such circumstances, it is certain that many of them will have health problems and health issues. If government do something to minimize the health expenditures to the people, especially to the people, I think it is also it will be a good measure to reduce at least expenditure of the poor people, like to make them make facility of the even for deadly diseases at low cost. I think it will certainly add to the good sake of the country.
Like to add some more points for Abdul. Like what he said about educating or like providing cheaper quality medicines or medical equipments. In today's situation, relating to today COVID-19 situation, there are many IITs or MITs graduate students. They are producing the what do you say that mass. Sorry, sir, I am not getting the word. In sorry, I am not good at the medical term, but they are producing the stuffs very much in a cheaper rates and more efficiently. We can encourage them and give them a more platform so that we will get more like we can increase the medical system also.
Ma'am, our 15 minutes are over. Do we want to just give them some more minutes, or move have the feedback and move to the next topic?
I would just, I think we can go to the feedback. I just want to ask one thing here, guys. Is there any one last comment or a thought process that you guys have? I want to remind the topic, and what is the topic?
How can we raise the standard of people below poverty line?
That's the topic, right? So what is that we are achieving here? What is the summary, or what is that we have come as an outcome with all the discussion?
From my viewpoint, like after discussing for 15 minutes, we can say that education is the main core that our people need.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in the people who are in the backward or BPL, but each and every person, but especially the PPL person, because they are the ones who build our nations, and we do have 60+ proportion of population in India who falls under BPL. So it would be a great initiative if we start educating them.
Sure. You're saying it's education. Are everybody else agreeing that education is the only thing that we need to raise the poverty line?
No, I would
No,
like to add
madam.
some points.
Yep.
It's not only the education, it's entire system which is being corrupted, I guess. Like whatever the new policies or the new schemes that you brought in, they are going into wrong hands. The Indian government should focus on these aspects that it will definitely 100% reach the people who are in need of it. That's what I guess.
So you're talking about policies, procedures, along with that, the entire system to change. Okay, there is an education, there is a complete system, uptowns that we have to do. What else? There's somebody else who's trying to talk. Who's that?
Abdul.
Ma'am, it's me.
Yeah, Abdul, go ahead. Yeah.
Like madam, if India is a populated country and it is not possible to get everyone a job, in that case what we can do is to focus them to self-employment, like not to depend upon anybody, to selfly establish their to earn living. And as you know, India is a populated country, so there are many health issues. I think we cannot avoid health issues, but we can reduce it, and also we can reduce the expenditure, especially of poor people. By these all measures, we can certainly add to reduce poverty in India.
Okay, you are saying that health is also something which needs to be addressed to reduce poverty.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
And along with that, Make in India initiative, like
Make in India initiative. Okay. So that means you are saying that we can create more job opportunities by Make in India.
Yes, madam.
Good. What else? Deepak, you were trying to say something?
I'll get back, ma'am.
Sure. Great. The reason I wanted to, kind of ask this question or start that seeding the thought, right, to you guys in you bringing the outcome of the topic that was discussed, right? And that's the thing that I want you guys to think. It's a food for thought for you, right? Here's what I want to give as a feedback now. And this feedback is, whatever I talk now is something that I would expect that you guys apply it in the next topic, which is why I said, like, let me take this 5 minutes more, though that 15 minutes was over for the topic. Okay. First and foremost, right? It was a great start, right? And it continued very well. Okay. But there is one feedback or one observation that I've had here is through the flow, right? Unless Gauri or I'm asking you, the next person is talking. And that's one observation. In a group discussion, it is not that some, instructor or a facilitator will be there to keep probing you or asking you to start the discussion. The discussion has to be free flowing. A person starts, the other person continues. It's okay if you have a point, lead it. Okay, don't hesitate. And that's a first observation, right? Don't wait. If a chance is given, just take that, grab it. That is about group discussion. Point two, most of you, and I know this is, virtual and we are not in that real environment. However, one observation is there is an eye contact, which is very important in a group discussion or any discussion, right? So don't, while you're talking, it's very important that you're pulsing the audience and you're also having a right eye contact with the people there. Otherwise, mostly what happens is it's very well said that, there's no eye contact, then whatever said is may lose out some focus. Eye is very powerful. So, have your eye contact, very, very powerfully when you're talking, right? So now it's virtual. So when it's virtual, do not see, somewhere else. Do not move your screen. And that's very important here in your virtual sessions, right? Point number 3 is, any discussion is an outcome based, right? If there is a topic given, it's not, you have to talk about the topic or put those facts and figures, which is giving you an outcome of it. So when you're talking next, right, take the topic and focus on the outcome that is coming, because that is group discussion for you. These are the 3 observations for you. Right? One is group discussion. I'm just recapping the things, not to take too much time. 1, take the lead, start talking. Don't wait for somebody to prove. 2, eye contact is very important. 3 is like, it has to have an outcome in it, right? The topic of discussion are many. There are many types of discussions, right? There are many types of group discussion. But if it is a question based, or if it is something that they're expecting as a, outcome, it has to be an outcome based answer. Okay. With that, Gauri, over to you to share the second topic. Great start, guys. Expecting more. Benchmark is increased.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for that feedback. And I hope all the students here have got what ma'am is trying to say. So hopefully we'll see some more participation this time with those other students who are still on mute. Hope to see you guys participate as well. So our next topic is Facebook versus LinkedIn. The topic is Facebook versus LinkedIn. The topic and the pointers are in the chat for your reference, and your time starts now.
Good
Rule number
afternoon,
one.
everybody.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My name is Abdul. I am from Global Business School, Hubli. In my view, Facebook is a source of entertainment, and LinkedIn is a necessity for us because if in any job, especially in corporates, we must have LinkedIn so that we can connect with the other what is happening in the to maintain our competitive edge while recruiting, selecting. Whereas Facebook will not add to our job profiles or something like that, but it is also necessary because of it also have advantage, like we can connect to someone which we have lost. We can, but I think LinkedIn should be the priority of Indians, especially college-going students, because Facebook will not add them to the to maintain competitive edge. Yes, madam, that's all.
Yeah, this is Nachiket. I agree with what Abdul said, but what my point is that there will be two aspects, like one like an entertainment part and another like an official part. If you are coming to an official part, then LinkedIn works fine. It's not that you can't promote yourself, or you can't raise your business standards, or you can create the new advertisements by Facebook, but you can do it. But the official way of approaching is LinkedIn. It both has more priority, I guess, equal priorities.
Yes, I also agree with Nachiket that it depends on person to person. We all know that the LinkedIn is limited to professional constraints, and Facebook is entirely for social and networking and stuff like that. But uh, it depends upon person to person choice, And yes, security issues are there because Facebook's account are more likely to be hacked because there are more number of uh, users there comparative to the LinkedIn, and the information is more personal there. Uh, when it comes to LinkedIn, it's almost about the white collar employees are there, and they are only talking about their professional skills and their education. But Facebook is more sort of sharing of personal things, personal photos, and everything. So it is very, anyone can gauge your livelihood by seeing your profile, but it's not the same case as Facebook. So yes, security issues are there, but we can improve it by firewalls or securities. But yes, LinkedIn is more safe, that's for sure.
Well,
Hello.
you have been talking about the security of both the platforms. Let me add some more points. What I feel, Facebook is more of a personal platform, whereas LinkedIn is a professional platform. Okay, the study says that the average age of people using LinkedIn is 40 plus years, whereas the average age of people using Facebook is 30 plus years. So we can conclude that most young generation are being uh, addicted to this Facebook, where Facebook is used for we can say Facebook is used for more of a publicity than the LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a job for mainly for a job, is a professional one. That's it. That's what I would like to say.
I would like to add some more points. Like as you said, that Facebook is only meant for personal life, and LinkedIn is only meant for professional life. LinkedIn also gives you the option to post any kind of photo, any kind of issues. You can post anything there, but it's all lies within us. Like how we track track the website. Like coming to the priority or the what this safety issues in LinkedIn also, it gives me when I'm using the LinkedIn, it gives me a message that opt to a premium version so that you can view the person who are viewing your screen, like that all. The security in LinkedIn also is not so good, I guess.
Mm.
But still, my friend, I hope you will agree the fact that LinkedIn has a number of advantage when compared to Facebook.
Yes, I really agree with what you said. Yes, Abdul, I agree with you.
I do agree.
Both,
Most of the people say that even Facebook can serve the purpose of LinkedIn, but it lacks a professional touch.
Exactly, Nitish, what I meant. Like in nowadays, like the world is being virtual, I guess nowadays. Like the people are connecting to through online. Like Facebook gives you a platform, like you can go live, you can stream a video, you can put on a status, like you can show your talents to the people, or you can connect different people and address the whole Facebook people, like that. It's more advantageous than compared to LinkedIn, like coming out of the professional thing.
I agree with you. Both the platforms has its own kind of advantages and cons also. Yeah, if we use them required as required for our purpose, it's better.
But I would like to say that the limitation of LinkedIn when compared to Facebook, it is fine, because when LinkedIn will be also available feature like status and all, then people may start uploading their personal pics which are not relevant to the professional aspects. I think the limitation of LinkedIn is better, I think, compared to the Facebook.
I would like to answer this query, Abdul. Like LinkedIn also provide you to upload any kind of pictures. Like you don't have the option of uploading status, but you can upload any kind of pictures. But like I would rather say one example, like if you're going for a job interview, like you will go in a professional way, right? You can't go like any like that only. Like if you are attending a party, it's a different. If you are attending any sports, it's a different. That's what the difference in between LinkedIn and Facebook. The approach is different. You can upload any kind of things in LinkedIn also, but way you carry out is differs.
Also, I want to say that Facebook has also proved itself very useful, because as we know that there are so many users on it, though then the network became so big that it can proved, as in for example, a person goes missing, then you can share it on your media platform, and since the network is so big, it is very helpful for even the cops to, because the shareability is so high that it even helps the uh, policemen to identify someone. Also, the social media influencers, whenever some mishappening happens, they can create uh, a live stream, for example, for the donation, so they can collect donation from them. So Facebook is also very helpful at the same time.
Mhm.
You still have another 5 minutes.
So coming back to the outcomes, so start, since it's only 5 minutes, start negotiating between each of you and come to a conclusion in terms of the outcomes, the Facebook and LinkedIn, right? That's the thing. So, you come up to the conclusion as to what is that you people are trying to arrive at in this discussion. Go, shoot, whoever.
Hello,
Yeah, go ahead.
ma'am. As Facebook as well as LinkedIn are both kind of platform where we can have entertainment as well as knowledge. But when compared to both, it's very it's very what they say clear that LinkedIn is a platform where we can get connected to people professionally, because recruiters won't see your Facebook profile and judge you or see your past. They'll just see your Facebook if they are interested to see how your personal life is. But if they want to see your professionalism and they want to see the people you follow or the kind of behavior or what they say, the kind of professionalism you're having within you, so they'll obviously go with seeing your profile on LinkedIn. That's the reason it's booming a lot. Like in the present scenario, as you can see, it's having 100% of growth, like down the line. Sorry, not down the line, previously, in the previous years.
Yes, I agree what Deepak said. Like as he said that the recruiting team will go into look into our LinkedIn profile rather than looking into Facebook. I agree with you. What you said, I genuinely agree with you. But if it comes to the advertisement part of the same company, they post their advertisement in Facebook, not in LinkedIn, right? This is
Yeah,
what
exactly.
there is equal priority for both the platforms. If Facebook stands first in the way that it approach, and LinkedIn stands first in the way that it approach. It's all within us. Thank you.
Yeah, but we being a student, we can't just focus on Facebook. Like if you're very active on Facebook, you can't make a career if you're lucky enough or born with a golden spoon. But if you're having a proper connectivity or else connections in LinkedIn with your alumni or any other people who are well settled or well successful in life, then you would obviously get a job. Having a prayer
Oh,
that
yes, I
you're
agree with
lucky
you.
enough.
What I meant is that like they equally have equal priorities. Right? That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Of course, I agree with you guys, but yeah, I would like to add that we have read that a 12-year-old boy has high contacts in top organizations and companies. So it was possible only through LinkedIn. By
LinkedIn.
his ideas and his innovations, he had managed to get in contact with those people. So in Facebook, it's not possible. And uh, to say in to conclude that LinkedIn is a preferred way for building your career. Even I'm not saying that you cannot build your career in Facebook, but it's the most preferred way.
If you're talented enough, then you'd obviously get selected in LinkedIn. But if you're very cringy enough, then you would obviously get fame through Facebook. This is what I can see. I'm still with you, Nitish. I'm still with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Because we can see like we are just able to see everything cringy on Facebook, but you won't find anything cringy on LinkedIn as far the
Yeah.
person is concerned. Because if he needs to build a career or build an professionalism within him, then obviously he won't be posting any cringy things in on LinkedIn. Sorry.
My friend Abdul, I think you were saying something.
Nothing. Carry on, please.
No, you just unmuted, right? So that's why I asked. It's okay.
And but when compared to LinkedIn, in an informative way, Facebook is far better than LinkedIn, because that's the only platform where youths are being youths are the one who is utilizing it a lot, and people being at home won't even watch news. As someone told, ki we get a lot of information. I do agree with the point, because we do get a lot of information through on Facebook rather than sitting news on this one Facebook. Because in the situation right now, even the news channels are dependent on Facebooks and other social medias. Because if you're aware, like if you see a news on Facebook right now, you will see the same news on the news channel because they'll be taking content from Facebook or any other social medias and posting it on their news channels, as they are not getting like opportunity to go out. So yeah, like both have their own pros and cons, but when compared to getting what they say professionalism within you and getting something out of which is better and which could feed you for a long run, then LinkedIn would be good. And if you're lucky enough and born with a golden spoon, then you can go on Facebook trying your luck with cringiness or talent sometimes. Thank you.
So to conclude the whole discussion,
Yeah.
Yes,
sorry.
Amol.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So conclude the whole discussion. I think each to its own. It's depend person to person. But we should at least think that we shouldn't get addicted to either of them.
So
Thank you.
good. Are we done with the time? And do I get 5 minutes, Gauri?
We're done with the group discussion time, but yes.
Thanks, Gauri. Yeah. Hey, guys, this was amazing, right? I mean, whatever said first, what was the observation, right? Before I get on to a closure of whether Facebook had LinkedIn, I'm not getting there first, but I want to start off with the group discussion. This was amazing. And thanks, Gauri. You did not probe in between. Yeah, thank you so much. And guys, this is group discussion, right? Giving, taking, not agreeing, agreeing is all fine, but there is no stop. Okay? I think the first learning of that, the second point has been addressed in this. I still have given you the two rules. One is your eye contact, and the third one was, who remembers? The 3 rules. First one is it's a group discussion that was taken care of. Okay. Second thing was eye contact. What was the third one?
Video.
Video. We are on video. We are on video. So what should we do? Okay. Let me restate this third point, right? There is a approach or, some kind of a body language that is very important that we maintain. And it is very important that, the other person feels it very pleasing when you're actually talking, and they should not lose focus. And that's what I meant. I know we are on a virtual session. We are not in a, and I know it's a practice session, but in real, right, you start practicing that. It's very important.
क्या हुआ?
Yes.
छोड़ो उसको बंद करो ना.
Okay. So the 3 things, again, I would say the group discussion, you did it fantastic. That's the way you will have to continue with more, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to agree, but, with more rigor this time. Eye contact, you started, some of you started, some of you did not. The third thing is the body language. Very important. Have a posture which is going to be very pleasing. It's a professional posture that you want to take. And let other people not feel it's a very casual discussion. That's very important. That's when they feel to give you that kind of focus when you people are talking. Those are the 3 takeaways. But I want to put this again, right? LinkedIn, Facebook, what all did we talk? Yes, it's a Facebook is a personal or something to do with personal stuffs. And people spoke about the safety, security issues and things like that on the Facebook, but felt it's still needed. LinkedIn, most of you agreed that this is more needed, and I think it's more safe, and it's more needed for finding jobs, and it's more needed for what, like professional networking. And while some people said, like, even there are challenges in terms of security. There was one point that was made in the end that be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, there should be a limit or a control that is applied, and we will have to be having some kind of limits on both. I like that point as well, right? So I'm just trying to summarize whatever you said, guys. But let me give you this thought here, right? Right? Those days, right? Those days when we had no medias, no social medias, I'm saying, right? People still communicated, right? Now, I want to give you one, I don't know how many of you know this. There was one girl who's looking out for a job. And what she did was, she created a very creative profile or an innovative profile of herself and posted it on Instagram.
Yes, I
Okay.
know.
You know about this, no? And you know what she
Yes,
won, right?
yes, ma'am.
So it's like, the point that I'm trying to make here is like how best we can utilize the social media for our strengths, for our learning, for our benefits, and not, allowing that to rule us, and that's very important. That's the one point that I want to make here, right? It's very highly important that, you know we need to rule it and not allow, the medias to rule us, because then we are lost inside it, and for very soon we will be realizing that we are so lost that we are not able to come out of it. Be it anything, right? LinkedIn, Facebook, call it WhatsApp or Twitter or anything that you have, right? There is a limit that has to be applied, and there is a, security check that, you will definitely have to apply. And I also want to see one more thought here. When you're entering a corporate, and I'm bringing you a corporate, understanding out here, right? LinkedIn is okay, is agreed, as all of you have understood. It's just not for,
Is it fair?
for profile building, or it's just not for recruitments, my dear friends. It's a professional network. And the blogs that comes here, or the learning that comes here, is all professionally linked. You create a value and you can start building your limelight in the professional world using LinkedIn. It's a social media, but a professional social media. It's just not about, just uploading a resume, or it's for recruiters to find. No, if it is only recruiters, you have Naukri.com, Times Job, many more like that, right? It's a professional networking platform. Now, when you enter what did I want to tell you, right? Corporate, when you're entering, right, there is something called, you know um, there is something called, safety and security, IT policies, and I mean something related to those, technology safety and things like that, which would come to you, as an awareness for you all. And there is, very clear instructions in some of the corporates where they would clearly say that, if at all you're using any of these medias, right, nothing about the corporate or anything about, even your personal status of the corporate has to be shared outside, because then comes the competition and other, other factors linked to the safety and security points that you were bringing, right? It's just not a personal safety, and it's also about the corporate safety that would come, which is why I think I would say that let the media not overrule you. You rule it. You rule it in a way where you are gaining and not losing. And that's the summary that I want to give. With that, I'm going to pass it back to Gauri to start the third topic. And I want all the three rules that I've given you to be applied in the third topic. Good luck. Gauri, to you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for that feedback, and I hope everybody's made their pointers. It was so that they applied for the next topics. So before we move on to the next topic, I would like to tell everybody that we are open to take in any topic suggestions from you guys. So if you have anything that you want to suggest, you can write it down in the chat, and then we can take that topic as our next upcoming topics for the group discussion sessions. Um, so our third topic is print media versus digital media. The topic.
Good afternoon. My name is Abdul Kader. In my opinion, digital and print media should exist side by side because there are some advantages with respect to the print media which are covered by digital media, and there are some disadvantages of digital media which are covered by print media. So I think they are both like wheels of a bike or car. They should exist side by side, because if I want to give an example, I can tell you that in digital media there is a two-way of communication which would be not possible in print media, and it is eco-friendly, which I mean to say print media requires paper and paper, yes, of course. And we cannot also neglect print media, because in the content of the print media is more trustable when compared to digital media, because it cannot be modified or deleted. And if you are preparing for a civil examination and current affairs, then I think everybody will prefer print media only, like the Hindi newspaper, because of its accuracy and all. I think it should both go side by side. Both both may have disadvantages, but it get covered. Thank you.
So adding few more points to the Abdul, I think nobody can disagree that digital print media has more penetration power, because we are in the era of technology and smartphone. Everybody has smartphone and technology and gizmos and stuff. So the penetration power is most attractive thing for the digital media, because it can penetrate to a different level. I'm sure everybody will agree. I know that print media is much more tangible to the person who are consuming it, and it's more, have a physical touch to it. But but digital media can be edited, can be updated anytime, any soon. But it's not the same case for print media. So that is what I think print media lacks comparatively to digital media. Thanks.
Yeah, this is Nachiket. I agree with what both of them said. Like seeing in previous years, like around 10 to 5 years back, there was no much scope for digital media. It was all about papers and magazines. And if coming to the digital media, like if you want to know any issue, or if you want to get any information, or you want to know the status of the weather or anything like that, you can have it in minutes, like in seconds. If you are dependent on the paper media, then it takes several time, in the sense like it takes more than one day. Like as you all know, that newspapers and all, they will be printed. The tomorrow's news will be printed today. Like it gets delayed, right? This is the one disadvantage what we had. And coming to the environment aspects, like if you want to print uh, like news in papers, then you need to go against the nature. You need to cut down the trees. Or I agree that nowadays there are alternatives for cutting down the trees, like you can recycle paper and all, right? But it was not done in olden days. Like they were against the nature, I guess. And now the disadvantage of digital media is that nowadays the crime in digital is vast. There are identity thefting, there are scamming, there are blackmailing, there are footprint issues, many more. Like you are using, like there are many websites and um, this apps there where you can get the information in digital. It's very easier, I guess.
Can we hear some of the girls share their points?
Oh, Gauri, that's interesting. Did we have anybody further than? Okay.
We do
Then
have,
I'm going to, whether it's girls or the person who's not spoken here, who's that?
we
Hi,
have girls. Yes,
hi,
hi.
hi everyone. This is Supraja from Padmavati University.
Yes,
Ma'am,
Supraja.
actually, we wanted to speak, but these four of the people covered major the topics and many of the points which are to be noted. So we did not even bother to join. So sorry for that, ma'am. Here in this point, Nachikeet said that there is a security issue regarding digital. It may be true or false. I mean, like there can be fraud things happening. Even I have a friend who wanted a job and or it's like consultancy. So she was looking for a good consultancy to go abroad and study there. We know that many consultancies publish their things on print media, like in the papers. So she opted for it and she called them. And they wanted to pay the money, and there was a huge conversation. Later on, it ended up with a fraud. Uh, where she gave the money through online and the place was not found at all still yet. So nothing about the security. It may be happen like in print media or digital media. In the both way, a fraud things can be happen. The thing we should be secure ourselves, or that trust should be made from us. Nothing in the media. And coming to digital media and print media, yeah, the points which are given in the chart box uh, were good. Like where the network is not provided and where the network is very low in some areas. That those areas, the paper is the only thing they can get approach with. It either be any of the job or any of the items which are to be found, like anything. That is only the thing. The print media is only the way they can get to know the things outside. Digital media, yeah, it is always up to date, and we get the latest news which is about to come tomorrow in the newspaper. Yeah, that's what's true. But uh, for some, it may be like the any the external conditions that makes the difference in print media and digital media. So I end up with this. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abdul. Well, one thing with respect to fraud, I would like to add that yes, it is certain that in both print media and digital media, fraud can happen. But what I would like to say is, in print media, we have advantage that we can take it as a proof that something wrong has happened with us. But this is not with respect to the digital media, as we can change it, modify or delete it at any time. So I think in print media, fraud thing is very it will be low with respect to digital media. But still, digital with respect to the technological world, digital media have a great potential. No doubt, even print media have a potential, but I think digital media has a both more potential, because for a person, time limit is very important. So he can grab any information within a minute in digital media, which would be not possible in print media. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with what Abdul said, and also about the Supraja gave an example about the digital media and the scam in printed media. I would like to say that it's not in printed media. If the organization or the scam organization had any website or a page, then she could be in like what do you say? She could be visited that place and she could be scammed there also. I am not telling that both any one of the media is so secure. Both the medias are not secure. Like they have many pros and cons. Like the statement said by the Supraja. I agree with that. Like it's all lies within us. How we take it, how we carry out the thing.
I also think the same, that fraudulent can be happen in either of the cases. There is no security as such. First, be it print media or digital media, you need to increase the number of sources you are getting the information from.
But as you know, for news and all, we have to depend upon both print media and digital media. So it is better to increase our self-awareness and knowledge, so that we shouldn't fall for any of the, fraud and all.
True, true. That is for sure. Awareness has to be made.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Deepak.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. And coming back to this one, electronic media as well as print media, what I feel is electronic media is the best way to communicate something at a faster pace, because from the point of view of a person who is making use of these both platforms, he would rather see whether which would give him a great amount of great proportion of outcome. So in the era where everyone is digitally being developing, and thanks to Geo, that is Reliance, Mukesh Ambani, who has cultivated the habit of taking smartphones to use Geo, that is 2 GB of internet daily. So it's very easy to everyone, like it's very easy for everyone to use phones, which means like it's an opportunity for digital media, so that we can make use of those, and fortunately or unfortunately or willingly or non-willingly, we can just post our advertisements on the screen, so that if they're not even interested, they have to see. And coming back to print media, even that has their own pros. But what we usually say, and everyone would agree with me, is like if we see a pamphlet saying something about an advertisement, so the next day would surely see those pamphlets being used in the kirana shops as an container, so that we would be just selling out their things in those what they say pamphlets, so we can. So when compared to both, digital marketing has a lot of potential and a lot of advantages when compared to print media. I do agree print media has their own pros, but when compared to these both, obviously digital marketing is the one which everyone will vote for or choose for, from the viewpoint of the person who's seeing it on the screen, or from the viewpoint of a person who's trying to advertise his firm or any idea online. Thank you.
You have 2 more minutes. Can we have Apeksha, Kirti, and Lakshmi, Anusha also share their views?
Also, I want to add one more point to it.
Mhm.
Um, as the discussion has reached, we have finally declared the winner, that is digital media. But there is also a very disadvantageous thing also, because the if we become too dependent on the digital media, we will be continuously will be stick to the phone or smartphone or laptop or something. So we also need to yeah, have a habit of reading newspapers, and so that the a distinguishment from a human to the technology, uh, you know what I'm saying, that distinguishing, it should distinguish, there has to be a line between a technology and a human, because it can, obviously it can uh, damage our eyes if we are continuously checking phones out for this news or that news. We should also be reading a newspaper like that. So this is what I want to say.
What I would like to say is digital media have a great potential in future, but print media as well too, because our teachers, faculties who guide us, they will never say, I think, to get knowledge about current happenings, to go on opt for social media. They will always say to prefer newspapers. I think the role of uh, newspaper will be never replaced by digital media.
Abdul, we had thought the same thing when it comes to education. We thought like we would forever study in classrooms, but you know the history, what we are witnessing right now.
Uh, right. So the time's up, guys. Ma'am, if you would like to share the feedback.
Sure, thanks, Gauri. Yes. Hey, guys, again, this time also I kind of was enjoying the whole conversation, right? It was giving, taking. And I think two of the guidelines was, has been, applied. Just that, the third thing, which is again the formal or professional approach, is something that you guys have to start focusing now. That's something that I want to add on now. Please focus on all the three. And it's very important that the entire group participates this time. Okay, now entire group when I'm saying, because this is a learning platform that has been created for for all of you by Rare Minds, and please utilize it, right? So if you got to utilize it, and if you really want to be uh, you know you'll have to shine in a group discussion. The limelight, who is going to be well performing in a group discussion, is the one which will be picked, right? All of us, when even you look at what we do, right, we want the best, right? The best dress, the best fruit, the best vegetable, the best shoes, best bag. Similarly, an organization will also be looking at the best types, and how will they identify, or what makes it the difference, if I have to call, is how you perform in these kind of platforms when it is arranged. Shying, or even I think she made a point, like your friend made a point saying that all points were covered, hence I did not talk, or we did not talk. My dear friend, just a thought for you to digest. Do not stop talking just because another point was made. Maybe talk even if the point is made, but you made a very bit different in bringing an example here, so that could be an approach as well. Okay, and that point I really want to make, to encourage rest of you to start talking. And do not hesitate. Okay, if there is a point made, how do I improvise on a point and then talk? That's very important in a group discussion. And how, okay, there is a point that I'm agreeing, fine, but how do I make it impactful, that I've been seen in this in this whole group discussion as somebody who's talking intellectual things, right? Or has an intuitive and intellectual way of putting things together, right? Am I articulating in a way where the there is an attraction, there is a focus, and there is eyes all turned towards me, and that's group discussion for you, my friends. Okay, so I'm not getting into the print and the digital because you've covered it. Yes, digital transformation is the topic today. I mean, that's the world today. Said that print media is also needed till, because we are still not there where everything is like no print types. There is going to be and that may happen very soon in the future, that everything is going to get digital. But then yes, at this point in time, let's, instead of talking on digital and print, I'm going to talk on what is my expectation in the next topic that is coming our way now. That if one person is not, how many people are there, Gauri, in this?
8. We have 8 participants.
We have 8. The score is going to be 100. Okay. If the team, that is your group in this call, has to get 100 out of 100, the 4 rules are, the 3 rules are already told to you, right? The topic has to be moved past, no stop in between, no hesitation, talk your thoughts, talk your heart, talk your brains, right? Make it interactive, intuitive, and intellectual. That's your first rule, right? That is group discussion. Okay. Point 2, eye contact, very important. Point 3, body posture, behavior, and the way you put yourself into a very formal, professional way, either while talking or your body language, right? That is the third thing that I said, like, these 3, you will get 30 marks as a team. It is up to you to get 100 or not get that. Okay, and when I'm telling next, I will be very open and very direct in telling that, guys, you've not got this 100. And how do you get this 100, right? The 70 is going to be that all the 8 people are going to be talking, and it has to be 15 minutes of energy where Gauri is going to stop us telling that, hey, you know what? It's 15 minutes. With me on this? Is it a team? I want a yes or a no.
Yes, madam.
Super.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
your time starts now. As soon as, I should not be telling this, Gauri will tell you what clicks now, but your 100% is going to be only if all of you, that is 8 people are there, participates in this round. Gauri, you can start the clock by giving the next topic.
Right. So the next topic is, should physical education be compulsory in schools? The topic and the pointers are in the chat for your reference, and your 15 minutes starts now.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Hello,
afternoon,
madam.
ma'am. I would like to initiate this topic. Physical education in schools is very important nowadays because the students are being very stressed and depressive in the school days itself because of corporate schools which are from morning 8 to evening 8. Because having physical education, they can manage the stress, tension, and depression, and they can write exams very well, and they can maintain their body in a good health manner, and they can maintain the mind in a peaceful manner, and they can concentrate more, to enter into the brain what the faculty is being teaching. Yes, that's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Abdul. What I would like to say is capability of person differs. Someone may be good at academics, someone may be good at sports. So it is essential to us to provide scope for both. I think which is not currently happening. When I was studying at school, when we used to have like game spirit, then we used to be happy. But side by side, another teacher would like to interpret. Like to say that I will take the class. You can play out even at home. But what I would like to say is that should be not be the way, because at home we may play how much we may play, but it will not add to our development, because we will be not be playing with our friends who is as competent as we. We will be playing either with our brother, sister, or some elderly people. So what I will say is, once again, I would like to say, but physical education should be compulsion. But one thing is, people may confuse me or misunderstand me with compulsion with forcefulness. I would like to say that if someone is interested in academics, madam, he shouldn't be diverted to the physical aspects only. He should be concentrated on academics only. But overall, physical education should be given importance, ma'am.
Yes, I
Thank
agree
you.
with you, Abdul, what you said, but I genuinely disagree with the thing that you said about the forcing person or making them to do the task. Like I would rather put them as like this. Like if one of the friend or one of your partner is more good at academics, not good at sports, then you can encourage him to get some physical health, right? That you can keep on telling that you are good in academics, go and study. That like you should have some cultivate a habit of having a physical education, like, or a physical exercise. As I am studying in engineering college, Maharaja Institute of Technology, we have also have a physical education period. We have a physical education period at the end of the class, like last periods. And some of the teacher, as you Abdul said that in our school days, if a teacher prompt us to take the class in the physical education, we say regret that and we will oppose that. This is also happens in our college also. Like one of my partner, one of my college mate Anusha is also in this panel. She could also share the experience. Like we have education, physical education class where we go out, we play together, and we enjoy a lot. It's also play I am an athlete also. Considering this pandemic situation, I have been not let out of my house. Okay, due to the coronavirus, my mom has grounded me. I'm not able to cope up with this. So what I did is that I have been exercising in my home also. Like physical education plays very much vital role, I guess.
I also disagree with the Abdul statement. What I feel is healthy mind reside in a healthy body. So your first step is to to be disciplined enough. So you need to work upon your physical attributes by introducing physical education to the schools and colleges itself. Uh, you know, harnessing your mind is the paramount thing, but you first need to be have a disciplined body first. So if you want to be a scholar, you first need to we work upon your physical attributes, and then you need to uh, transform that discipline of physicality into your mental health. So this is what I think. It should be very mandatory, and as well as mental health education is also necessary.
Yes, sir, I agree with you. That's why in the beginning I said, in my opinion, an opinion of people differs from one to other. You may think that he needs fitness. I also agree that he should be need fitness, but to a minimal level that he's suitable to him. So we shouldn't like force him go play outside. If he good at academics, then he can do something. If he is more concerned about his future, and he may think it is not productive, it will not add to me in opportunity, he will certainly go for academics. Like to score also, there are many competition. Even 0.01 percentage matters. In such circumstances, I said that.
Okay, I would like to answer this statement also, Abdul. Like what you said about the academics, it's like a theory aspect. What the physical education is a practical aspect. You can read any number of books about how to maintain a discipline in life, how to maintain a good posture, how to be in healthy aspects, how to eat a nutrition food. But it will all matters when you apply it, when you practically implement it. Right, Abdul? Like if you're not, you can keep on reading any number of things. Like you can only practically do the things when you are out, when you are get with friends, when you cultivate this culture of mingling with others. And also I would like to say that if as you said, if one person is interested in academics and he keeps on studying, if his physical health is not good and he dies one the other day due to the physical illness or something related to that, what about the studies? It's gone ruined, right? It's wasted. You should maintain both the things balanced, I guess.
Nachiket, I'm sorry that I'm interrupting you, but I guess we are deviating from the topic itself. The topic was whether we need to make the compulsion of physical education or not. But we are making the choices of our own. As you told, like you are an athlete, you're talking from a viewpoint of your own self, saying if you're like if you have an opportunity to practice at home, then you can, or else any other person can. But the topic for the discussion was whether we need to make this compulsion or no. So what I think is, right now at this situation we have seen, like compulsion of physical is not necessary at all. Will it be from in the education sector or any other sector as well? Because it was a myth saying that physical education, which means physically going to school or colleges and attending classes, were important. But what we see or what we saw in these 3 to 4 months, we can witness it very easily that it's not that compulsion. Yeah, I do agree. Like people who are studying like below 10th standard or 12th plus 2, they need an physical education or environment so that they can go to college or school, so that they can gain values or knowledge or skills, develop skills for themselves. But when it comes to people like us who are studying engineering as well as people doing MBA or their PGs, so it's very common, or we can say like it's not that compulsion. Because if you're having no compulsion on going to colleges physically, then we could rather sit at home, concentrate on education as well. Depends on how you take it. Because if you think that you have got time and nobody is there to watch you whether you're doing your homework or no, then it would be a loss to you because you're cheating yourself. So what I feel is making compulsion of physical evidence being like going to college, and this one I don't agree with the point, because India is ready for that. India is ready for the greatest evolution of the history, and we are witnessing it right now. Though many people are facing a lot of trouble, many parents are in fact facing a lot of trouble seeing their own daughter and son sticking their eyes to the screen. But there must be something which brings an evolution, right? Evolution
Yes,
can't just come
I agree.
directly, but there
I
must
got
be something bad which brings out the best in you. I hope you agree with me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Deepak. I appreciate the things what you said. Like the compulsory means I didn't say that you should work out for 2 to 3 hours, squeeze out the sweat of one bucket and all. Not like that. I just meant that it should be a part of your life. Like it's like a stretch buster, I guess. It's like a minimum. You can relax yourself. Like I'm not telling that it should be compulsory for an graduating student. It should be compulsory for a school student. Well, it should be mandatory. It should be mandatory to get some vitamin D. It should be mandatory to go ahead and play along, get wound on your legs, wound on your hands, and it's a
Create
memory, I
memories.
guess. It will be a beautiful memory, right? And it should be compulsory, I guess.
Couldn't
For the
agree
people.
more with Nachiket
the
statements.
the the
At
reason the
least for
reason why I
school,
interrupted is because I thought like we are deviating from the topic itself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for bringing
Yeah,
my.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
no, for at least. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I'm with Nachkeet that he said the right thing. For relaxation, we need it because there is a story I want to explain here. In my school days, I heard it from some of my teacher. There was a story like a girl who always stays near a window. Another girl who doesn't wanted to go near a window. Why? Because she don't want the dust come in and make her like something like she doesn't want to she doesn't want to expose outside and just she would wanted to sit only to herself. And as I said, in between the two girls, the one who always stood inside, I mean like rather not going outside, was like left alone along through the life. And the other girl who was wanted to go and explore something was a successful one. My teacher said that my teacher said that just because we have to explore many things, and the majorly not among this exploring, the psychology also even says that we should have a relaxation point at some time. uh, the day long we don't even I mean like the day long prolonged hours, though we work, we need a small relaxation time where we have to go out and have a nice walk in the garden or anything like that, so that relaxes makes our body feel better, like our mind get relaxed. And the physical education in school should be I mean, like that should be made compulsory because this will relax the people. I mean, like students who have a day long periods of many maths, physics, chemistry, and any lot more. The teacher who says will be with the one knowledge, but we have to get in our mind with many of our subjects. So he or she will get a relaxation period and have the good like. How much we work out outside will get relaxed. I mean that the stress will be gone out.
Yes,
But
I
if
agree with
but
what.
if you
Yeah,
don't
go
have
ahead.
any physical classes, okay. I'm sorry. You continue. You
No,
continue.
no, no. Okay, fine. I just carry out like what Supraja said. Like nowadays, you can see many corporate companies and industries. They do have an sports committee. Why? Because why? Because they have just want. It's not that they have to go and play. It's just because they want to release their stress. They want to feel comfort. They want to feel alive. And one giving example for that. You have heard of Infosys, right? I don't know in different states, but in Mysore, they are made mandatory to come by bicycle. Okay.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
The major concern would be about the global warming, but also they have considered that it's been boosting their physical life also. Like it's not only that it should be compulsory for an school life, but you can cultivate towards the other life also. Deepak, you can go ahead. Thank you.
So as Supra just told, like we need to bust out our stress. So one thing I just wanted to ask whether like if you're facing a lot of hell lot of hectic from online classes. I'm sure even you might be having online classes as well, like, and others too. So will it stop me to like exercise, or will it stop me to develop my own physical this one strength, as we are like talking a lot on physicality of physical this one appearance. So if I'm at home, will my physical strength only increase when I'm physically present at school and playing on the specific time of what they say? What did you call that? Physical time. Sorry, PT
Period.
period.
Yeah.
PT period. So if I'm at home and I'm very keen to what they say portray my entire personality, so obviously I would maintain my physic, though I'm present in school or not. The point what I'm just wanted to tell is I'm feeling like we're deviating from the topic itself.
Our 15 minutes are done.
Okay,
Right.
but it was going on very well, ma'am.
Right.
Continue
Yes,
for another.
it was going great. Maithili ma'am.
Myself is Ananya. I
Yeah,
want to
I just want to give a 5 minutes more, Gauri, here.
All right,
This is
sure,
energy.
sure.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Def-
can we continue?
Yes,
Uh,
yes. 5 more
Deepak,
minutes, guys. I was
Deepak,
impressed.
Before we move on, Anusha, I think wants to share something. Yes, Anusha.
yes, ma'am. I want to go with Nachiket. To keep calm and body relaxed, mind calm, physical education is very important aspect as it is a practical thing. Although we spend many time in studying, we should spend some time for the physical period, playing and relaxing through games. Uh, Although a child may wake up early in the morning, go to school, and spend its full day in education itself, some parents do also support education and less through games and all.
Background noise. I'm sorry.
Ma'am?
No, no, Anusha, I'm sorry. I was hearing a beautiful music, so I was wondering who's singing that. Go
No,
ahead, Anusha. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Not
uh,
from your side, though. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. A child may wake up early in the morning, go to school, spend its full day in education itself. Some parents do not allow the child to play in the evening after they come to the home. That was my point, ma'am. If the schools and institution, education institute support the student to give the entertainment in the school itself for some period, students will be very happy and entertained and relaxed when they come to home and spend some time in studying, ma'am. That was my point.
Okay. Adding on.
What I would like to say is whether it is coming to physical education or any other activity, there should be a balance limit until at least until we get to the maturity, because as you know, beyond the limit, even medicine is bad for health.
I agree with
That's
what
all.
I agree with what Abdul said, and adding on to points of Anusha, what Anusha said, I don't know the exact scenario of the abroad countries. Like as I watch more movies, in those movies that physical education is mandatory in abroad. Like they will have a particular period where they like particular periods for one physical activity. There will be a particular period for gymnastics. There will be particular period for football, and many more like that. Like it should be developed in our nation also. Like our Asian continent is very much blessed with vitamin D, more of vitamin D. Why to waste it? We can utilize it very well. Like in abroad, they are starving for vitamin D, I guess. I think Deepak wants.
Done. Okay, that's impressive, guys. And I like the energy, and I like the way you said I want 5 minutes and not letting the ball drop. Amazing. Gauri, did we have all the 8? I did keep a count, but I want to validate
Well,
it with Gauri.
we almost have them. We still have 2 more who haven't really shared their points yet.
Sure. So so guys, I'm not getting into the marks. I'm not talking of the 100%, but this is group discussion, guys. This is what it is, right? I will share my point, what may be it, and I will make an impact when I'm talking. And the impact is something that I am satisfied that I've done the justice to the group discussion that I've been invited for. And I am satisfied that the pulse of this energetic discussion has reached the audience, which could be a facilitator or an organization which is coming to take you in, right? So I have done that justice. If you've done this, amazing, great. There was a firmness in your talks, in your speech. There were points articulated, giving, taking. Still, it is in a very healthy way. There were eye contacts, whether it is, this is eye contact, is what I'm trying to feel, right? You necessarily don't have to be in a classroom or sitting in a room, right? Even visually, if you're not facing each other, even Zoom or whatever that online virtual, session that could be, right? But could you yourself feel that energy that you guys had, right? And I could personally feel it because, I could see at least 3-4 voices saying, what, it was going good, we need more. It did feel that, right? Just not you people, even people who are sitting, who was not participating in your group discussion but observing you, should also feel that, right? And that's group discussion. Amazing. Each of you had your own ways of putting things, and each of you had your own ways of sharing your thoughts. Be it, yes, you started with a yes and say, I am aligned, but yes, I want to share a story, I want to share an experience, I want to take another person who's in the group discussion who's like, may also agree to me. Very nicely done. Beautiful. The marks that you guys get is 80%. Now, if it has to be 100%, it has to be for sure all the 8 this time coming together. With me? And I want the 2 people who did not talk to say yes. Gauri, who are those 2?
Yes, ma'am. Can we hear from Apeksha and Kirti?
Okay, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we're not putting you on spot, my dears. Don't get scared. I'm not a lioness. Gauri is not a tigress. Narsimhan is not, again a lion, right? We're not that, right? We are building lions and lioness here. Okay, we're building the future here, right? You guys are the future. So it's not that in this group discussion, if I'm calling out names directly and saying you guys are not participating, please participate, or if Gauri or Narsimhan is saying, it does not mean we are pointing fingers at you. It is just that we want you to start the practice of talking in a group discussion from now. This platform is created for you to grow, for you to learn. Okay, it's a learning platform for you. So please, guys, when I'm calling out names, it does not mean that I may give you something like 100 marks and things like that. But where do I come? The intention of me telling you 100 will come only for the 8 of you to speak is only from the intention that I want each one of you to be successful, each one of you to have a takeaway along with you. That's my practice, right? Whatever session I'm there, I get participative, I interact, I enjoy, and I will take away something with me, right? That's exactly what I will expect, the audience or whoever is being in a panel or in a group discussion to take away something with me, right? And that's the intention, right? Now the spirit energy that you had should not go down, no dropping the ball. I have a benchmark now. With that, I'm going to pass it on to Gauri for the next topic. And this time, it's going to be 8, all the 8. That does not mean, somebody is going to stop talking who were talking. That's not going to be that's not what I mean. But I really want the energy filling this, this floor of discussion that we have with all the 8 of you, just pumping in, pumping out, pushing, pulling each other in a very, 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 very positive direction. That's my expectation, guys. I really mean it. I want you guys to grow. This is a platform, please learn it here, right? And then it continues as a practice. I'm going to take away your time. I'm going to pass it back to Gauri for the last topic. And Gauri,
yes,
you will also start the clock now. Over to you.
Right, ma'am. Thank you. So quickly moving to the next topic, which is the final topic for today's discussion, that is private universities in India, pros and cons. The topic and the pointers are in the chat, and your 15 minutes starts now. Your timer has already started.
Guys, don't wait. Group discussion is not to wait, start. I never meant that, people who were talking to stop now, right? I just wanted the rest of the two of them to join. So the timer is start. You've already lost 4 minutes.
Okay, this is Nachiket. Like private universities in India, this is what topic is. The statistics says that by the March 2019, there were 333 private universities across India. Like the private universities are not only educating the people, but also they are changing the literacy rate of India. Like if the private universities are not being there, and you may also know that the government universities or the government colleges, they lack in providing some necessities like some of not everything, every university, but some of the universities lacks in providing all the facilities. Private universities have taken this as an advantage and build their bases strongly, and it's been spreading vastly. And the major concern of these private universities are the fees concern. Like they offer more number of courses, more number of opportunities, but they also offer more number of fee structure. Like if you want to pursue any degree courses, it may go around up to lakhs for 1 year. Like it's one of the disadvantage, I guess.
Well, what I would like to say is, though Indian government is maintaining schools, colleges, and universities, government's primary responsibility is to give basic education to Indians. Hence, private universities will reduce the burden on government to provide higher education. And I think to maintain a competitive edge, huge capital resources and technology is needed. Government will be able to afford that investment and all. Thus, I think the role of private universities plays a very crucial role. As my friend said, it is certain that in such circumstances, the tuition fees are also a big cons to the, especially to the Indian education system.
So adding few more points to the discussion, I think there has to be quality versus quantity control, because as we know, we every year almost 25 lakh engineers pass out from engineering colleges, but how many do they get placed? Very few. The employability rate is very few for the engineers that are taking that are getting passed out from the colleges, which are most of private colleges, because in India it's comparatively very difficult to land on the government college, because there are this huge exams called for engineers, there's IIT, for business administration there are IIM. So the complexity level of the entrance exam is very huge comparative to private university. So there is no harm that private university should be there, but there has to be some sort of inspection to the quality of the teaching they are getting, the students that are getting. They should also be controlled, because if we create if we focus more upon quality, the employability rate will be, it will get dipped down. So this is what I want to know.
Yeah, I genuinely agree with what Amok said. Like today, like not only talking about the universities, like talking about the preschools also, like some of the private schools and private colleges. As you move on to the like go around the city, you can find at least on a count of 100 to 200 schools. In a street there will be 2 or 3 schools for a preschools. Like also, like the boon of these private universities or the private colleges, it's like becoming like an business. They want to attract the students, like comparing with, not literally, but some of the institutions, what they do is that, like it's like an hotel business or a restaurant business. They provide all the facilities, all the luxuries, and they exhibit or they advertise in such a way that it should attract the more number of students. And the main reason of the some of the universities is to get the fees, and not they don't literally concentrate on the education purpose. They randomly take a number of the inputs they get, and they produce it back. This is what I was.
Nachiket, I would partially disagree with you. No doubt, the primary objective of private university is to earn profit, but I don't think so. All universities are behind the profit. Some of them exist to impart knowledge only. I can give my very own example of my college. It is also a private, but the faculties and overall administration is very good. Even if I call at night with respect to some doubts, to clarify some doubts or to ask some question, there are minimal chances that they will end up the call. At least if they end up, they will again reply in WhatsApp. So I don't think so. All the universities are still there to behind profit only. Some they exist really to provide impart knowledge and all.
Okay, Abdul, I considered it, but I think you missed out my words. I didn't say that all the universities. I didn't generalize this aspect. I said that some of the universities, like I have seen some of the universities that they do like that. Not literally all.
Yes, I also have to agree with Abdul. Not every university of the private university is doing bad. The current condition is very far better than it was before. Because, for example, there are many colleges who are conducting even entrance exams, which they were not conducting it before. So they are also increasing their complexity level so that the students can be filtered out, and they can also match up their status as the premier college like IITs, IIM. So they are also improving.
Yes, Amog, I agree with you. They will raise the standards to a greater level. The private universities have raised the standards to greater level. I genuinely agree with that. But what I guess is that every private university is competing to become number one. This is what in terms of business, I guess. Like I agree that they are providing most of the education that we needed. They are providing the quality education needed for the student to pursue his career. I genuinely agree with that. But they can also concentrate on the fee structures. Like it should not be very high. Like it should be more affordable. The main motto of the private university should be such a way that it should mainly focus on providing the better education towards the people who can't afford the costlier educations. This is what
For that matter, also the private universities are also conducting exams, and if the student is for example, they are scoring 60% out of 100, then they are getting some sort of cut on the tuition fee as well. So on that matter, they are also working upon.
And what I believe is where there is competition, there are more possibilities for development. But it should be a fair practice, through a fair practice, not like hook or crook.
You still have 5 minutes.
And also what I think is that intaking the students at the big initial stage, they also concentrate on the aspects that will they be able to provide a better job opportunities, or will they be able to provide the justice to the education what they have provided, justice in the sense that if you done any course or any degree, it should be remarkable, it should be have some value to it. They should also consider these aspects, I guess.
Do we have any more pointers? Deepak, if you're speaking, we are unable to hear you. Right. I think Deepak's having some technical issues. Is there anybody else would like to share any pointers? Ma'am?
Sure. Hey, thanks. So guys, what happened? Was the topic so difficult? Can I have all of you to unmute?
Yes, ma'am. It was a bit difficult to understand the statistics and all, to take the discussion in a way.
Thanks for sharing that openly. And can I have all of you to unmute? Right. Okay, great. Hey, thanks for sharing openly that topic was difficult, but nevertheless, right, that was a good try. Okay. Now, or I don't know if I scared by telling you 100, right? Whatever said to you, right, that's also a learning for you, my dear friends, right? Whoever is coming from an organization or somebody who's observing, who's facilitating you, right, they are going to create that kind of I would say a framework or a bounded discussion only to you. Today it is not, it's just that you're not being faced in life where you're seeing evaluators around you, right? Trust me guys, you will have butterflies in your stomach. I had that when my group discussion happened. So which is why, right, this platform is here to kind of build that kind of confidence, and the confidence, the fear that is there, that has to go away, right? And that's the reason this platform was created for you. And I said, Nachiket and Amol, you can unmute. It's okay if there are background noises, guys. Anusha, maybe yes, you can unmute. So, what I want you people to do now is, I want you guys to share one takeaway that you had in this whole session, right? And that's why I was asking you to unmute. Okay. You have learned few things here, right? You've learned group discussion, and you had topics that you really kind of got energetic. There were flow of thoughts. There was a lot of discussions that happened bang on, right? That's how it is going to be. One thought just for this topic, since you guys said it's difficult, right? Yes, when you're facing the group discussion in life, not that always you're going to have a topic which is comfortable to you, or which is something that is very easy and has you already have knowledge in it, right? The art of even communicating during that time is very important. It still is in your hands, right, to roll the ball and not letting it down. It's a learning for you. You will learn it when you attend more sessions like this. And I'm saying you right, when you start a topic which you may not know, you will have to see what the other person is talking, and you get a cue there. And that's the clue that you pick and start talking. Start talking. I know, right? Immediately it does not come in your minds as to what is that I'm supposed to talk next. And that's the learning here, right? You know the other person is talking. The topic has been spoken by person. Then you pick a clue from there. Then you start understanding, digesting what the heading of the topic is, right? You start splitting it word by word and then process it in your mind. And then you will be able to understand that, nothing is impossible. That's one takeaway that I want you to take on this topic, not about the topic, but the takeaway about the topic. If there is a difficult situation or a topic, you still need to come out of it, not drop the ball down. You just need to process in your mind, break it into pieces, digest it, swallow it, and then process in your mind, and again you will see that you will start talking automatically. Once the fear factor comes in, right? Oh, I don't know this topic. If that fear factor comes in, the confidence is gone. Don't let the fear come in, right? Just be confident. With that, I'm going to go around the table, and I'm going to ask each one of you to share one takeaway that you have, you're going to be using it as an implementation or a practice, that you're going to take away along with you from this session. Who's going to start? Let me start. Nachiket, what is that you want to, call out as one thing that you want to take away, that you want to use for your next journey?
Yeah, I would like to say that like the previous topic, the last topic was like it was out of our comfort zones. I genuinely tried to put up some of points, but I was lacking in getting the ideas, like how to take up the this group discussion like that. Like thanks to you, ma'am, that you guided us, like saying that you can wait for others to put in the statements, and you can find the new ideas. I think it will work for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Great. Thank you, Nachiket. All the very best to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right? Yeah. Amog, what is that you want to take away with you?
Ma'am, the whole thing you told about the, you know, with the eye thing, you need to look straight in the eye, straight into the eye of your fellow participants, and the whole the posture of how you're sitting, and how you shouldn't be looking here and there while speaking your points out. So this is what I want.
Great. Bang on, right? Try practicing, and you know how you practice it, Amog, and this is for everybody, right? Just not Amog. Sit in front of the mirror and talk. I've done that. Do that, and all the best to you. Try doing it, all of you, right? When you take a topic, take a newspaper, read it, and then look at the mirror and start looking directly into the mirror. You will know what your expressions are. You will know what your postures are, right? And you will learn it from yourself. You will learn it. It's a self-learning for you. Okay, great point. Thanks, Amog. Who's next? Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am. And what you said is at last the process. We have to cut the word in word, and we have to process in mind. And I will follow that, ma'am. It's very interesting, and we have to develop it so that we can find easy in difficult situations also.
That's great. Processing and then breaking into pieces and then difficult situation. That's a beautiful thing again, right? Guys, this is for all of you along with Lakshmi, right? What happens, right? When you're processing in mind, then nothing is difficult. Every problem is an easy solution, which is because your mind is already telling you what you should do or how you're supposed to act. Great. Thank you, and all the best, Lakshmi. Bala, what does that you you want to take along with you?
Ma'am, the last point you have said, that fear factor. Because of that, I was unable to speak, but I'll overcome that.
And I'll tell you how to do that, Bala. I was talking about the mirror thing. Okay. Now,
Yes,
you will have your close friends, you will have your parents, you will have somebody who's very close to you, cousins and friends, right? Here's what you're
right.
supposed to do, right? Take a topic and tell them this is your learning, right? Best to your friends, best to your cousins, right? You'll have to say, this is my problem, I have fear, and here's what I want you to do. That, when I'm talking, I'm not supposed to be stammering. I have to have these three things, right? Eye contact, topic outcome, and posture. I'm going to be talking, please correct me if I'm wrong, or just help me to do this, right? You do that, you trust me, right? Very soon you'll be out of that fear factor. You can do it with your friends first, or cousins first, or whoever is close to you, and then you can try doing it with some other people whom you know may not be very close to you, but you start doing it. That is a practice, and people will help you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you so much. Who's next? Anusha, what's your learning?
Yes, ma'am. Today's GDs was very nice from your encouragement. I would start. Um, I would start my GDs through social by practicing on social topics through body language maintaining, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much. Social topics. Very nice. I think what you're referring to is also very important, right? Current affairs is very important. Social affairs is also very important. Very good. All the very best, Anusha. Who's next? Whom did I miss? Supraja, did I miss you? Yes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that was so encouraging. You are so encouraging us, ma'am. I would like to go with the point that you have mentioned to me only, that no matter what, it was already said by another person. Better you show off your point and get into the board that in your way and a special way.
Very nicely said, Supraja. You have a talent here. Like, I also, that's the reason I picked that up, right? Storytelling. Today's world is gaming and storytelling, guys. I'm telling you this, right? Gaming and storytelling is how the world is moving as well. Digital transformation is all about, how do they create, all those interactive in the digital, right? So, Supraja, that's one learning for you, right? Don't leave out that storytelling in you, because not many will be able to do. Each of us will have a unique way of talking, and if you're able to beat the audience with that, that's your strength, right? All the very best to you, and thanks for sharing that. That was impressive, right? Good. And did Deepak talk? Did I call out Deepak's name?
Ma'am, facing some technical issue, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
no problem. Then Kirti, I think Kirti, and I think I'm left with how many more? Gauri, Kirti, I see Maria.
No, it's just Kirti that we are left with.
Okay. Hey, Kirti, not the least for sure.
Yes, ma'am. That I want to take from this is firstly I want to speak out, and as you told, ma'am, I'm getting a butterfly in my stomach while I'm trying to speak. So in the future days, definitely I would like to speak out, ma'am.
Kirti, I'll give you some secret, and this is for all of you guys. Butterflies will be there at all levels. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I sing, I'm a performer, I'm a government artist. Okay. And it's not about to boost out here, right? I'm just sharing an experience with you, right? Even till today, if I'm standing on a stage for a presentation, or if I'm, targeting a leader audience, or if I'm working on my own performances, right? That first move, right? When I keep my foot on the stage or the dais, and when I'm telling dais, it could be even a forum where we are talking, right? That butterfly will be there. It's just that people don't show. It is there. Okay. There are some natural people who don't get that. Okay. But trust me, right? If you are prepared, right? The preparedness is very important here. If you are prepared for a topic, or if you're prepared for whatever comes, right? The fear factor will not be there. The butterflies will go away. Here's the secret for you, right? The secret is, and it might look funny, guys, but believe me, this is possible. Have a little water, use the restroom, and come back before your session, your butterflies goes away. And this is not a joke, this is the truth. I don't know how many of them have shared this to you, but this works. Trust me, this works. It sounds funny, it sounds, hey, what is she telling? But have you observed big, great presenters, when they come, they go, they ask for the restrooms. I don't know if you've seen in your colleges, right? When speakers come, or when you're inviting guests, right? The first thing, as guests, it's a hospitality. Second thing is also this. It's a research. Okay. Have some water, use the restroom before your session, sit down in a posture, close your eyes, don't talk to others, because people who have these butterflies in the stomach, it's better that, they sit quietly, one type of it. The other type of people who are like an energetic person, right? Go and talk to everybody, not about this topic. So what happens is you're completely diverting your mind from what is the actual, but you're prepared for it. And that's one tip I want to give you, all of you, right? With that, I think if, nobody else is there, thank you so much. It was wonderful, guys. I enjoyed every minute being with you guys here. And my two takeaways, right? energy can flow, right? And when energy flows, right, there is a self confidence that gets built, and that's one learning for me today, right? And what happens with the self confidence, and then we ask for more, we open up, we speak our mind. So that's my second takeaway, right? Speaking my mind. Okay, because when the butterflies goes away, automatically we speak my mind, right? So speak your mind, right? Those are the two takeaways for me, right? With that, Gauri, passing back to you after an energetic, I think the energy is still there, and over to you to take the energy ahead. Right.
Ma'am, this is Nachiket.
Yeah, Nachiket.
Deepak has some technical issue. He has dropped some message in the chat box.
Yes, please.
Want me to read it out.
Go ahead, read
Regarding,
it for me. Yeah, no problem. You can read it. Yeah.
he says that I would like to thank Rare Minds because they have made so much effort to bring students all over the places, and this makes lot of increase in my confidence within me, and it is reducing the anxiety that I had while talking to people who are unknown to me. I would like to thank Maithili ma'am for your advice. Thanks ma'am, and thanks Gauri ma'am. It's great discussion, and lastly I would thank all the participants. You all are great. Hope to talk you with you again. This was message by Deepak.
Hey, Deepak, thanks first of all, Nachiket, for reading this for me and letting me know that he's, passed this great comments to us, right? And hey, Deepak, a very, very nice thoughtfulness from you, right? You've thanked everybody here, which is very thoughtful of you. And I also want to thank you for your wonderful participation here. And with that, all the best to you, because I hope you're able to hear me. If not, may I request Nachiket to just type back telling him that about the thought process that I had shared now, that is his thoughtfulness of thanking
He is able
everybody.
to hear you, but he is
He's able
not
to hear
able
me?
to talk.
All right. Oh, great. Then all the very best to you, Deepak. And not to take away all your evening time, passing it back to Gauri. Such a lovely person she is, right? So much of energy. Back to you, Gauri, with your smiles and the energy back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for comments for me. Right. So I hope everybody's had a great learning, and it was really nice of you, ma'am, that you actually asked them for the pointers that they've learned. That was really thoughtful, and it was a great thing that even some of the students who hadn't spoken at least have taken away some learning, and they've also spoken. So it was a really great thing. And thank you so much, guys, for speaking up. So, I have shared a feedback form in the chat. So please quickly ask you guys to give us your feedback on today's experience, so that when the next time you're here, we are able to serve you better. Just take a few minutes and quickly give us your feedback.
Hey, Gauri, do we have Narasimhan?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm there.
What's from you, man? I'm sorry, I did not. Yeah.
Part of takeaway for everyone, so I don't miss the opportunity. See, even today, in spite of conducting so many HR meets all over South India, every time I can't read the prepared notes. So whatever the preparations I made, when I enter this stage, I will forget everything. I will say whatever comes to my mouth on that day. So every time it is unique, but I miss out some of the points. So it is there. So a lot of takeaway from you. So that's what for the students, practice make perfect. I started with it. So
Wow,
this
that's a nice takeaway. Practice makes man.
forum actually sponsored by Rare Minds. It's a noble thought from the CEO of Rare Minds, Dr. Subhashini. She thought of giving back to the society and created this platform exclusively for the students. So practice, practice, and practice. There's no replacement for practice. To quote one example, Sachin Tendulkar, such a great batsman, he was literally challenged by a fast bowler called Chaminda Was that Sachin cannot play straight drives to me. So he cannot practice in the match. He went back to the net practice. He practiced only the straight drives from the left-hand fast bowler. And the next test match, he played only straight drives to the Chaminda Was. So it all happens only in the net practice. So even though he is the greatest batsman in the world, he practiced in the nets. So for the students, this platform is for you to practice before you going to the regular GD session. So as many times as possible, you can come back, you can attend the session. It is there daily from 3 to 5 p.m. And mentors like Maithili, you may not get a chance to meet such kind of a knowledgeable and lovely person who give lot of inputs, knowledge, and encourage people to talk. So these are all the practice you will get. And being in a COVID-19 stage, you can't go to the college, you can't go to the training institute. Here is an opportunity for practice and learn. So this is the takeaway for all of you who participate today. And Anachiket and other people regularly, so many times we have attended the sessions. So a lot of takeaway for you also. So
Thank
this
you
is
so much for this, I would say passionate talk there, Narasimhan, because, it makes other person get passionate about what they're doing. Thank you so much. I like the takeaway, right? Practice makes man perfect.
correct.
School times we would have spoken about these things, but how do you practice it even now is very, very important. Thank you so much for that. And I think with that, I will still back, again, passing it back to the lovely lady there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember last time you gave one takeaway for me,
Um,
self-reflection and learning. That should be there in every stage of our life. So all the students, last time Maithili madam gave one suggestion, self-reflection and self-learning. So these two are key to anybody's success. It will be there throughout your career and life. Self-reflection can happen at any stage, at any age. There's no limit for that. So keep in mind. So whoever has not attended Maithili madam's last session, I'm telling you, self-reflection and self-learning. Good takeaway. Thank you, Maithili. for
Okay,
giving
thank
that.
you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Narasimhan.
Thank you, ma'am. We come to the closing. It was a great session today, and to all the students who want to go back and look at your videos and want to, once again, look at the comments and tips that ma'am has shared, the YouTube links there, that, and you can go back and look into the today's session, as well as you have the following days sessions which will be coming, and we have the session that happens every day from Monday to Saturday, 3 to 5. Feel free to join. And like sir said, we've had Nachiket, who's been with us since quite some time, and he's actually improved a lot. And we have mentors like Maithili ma'am and many others who will help you a lot. Feel free to join, and it will help you boost your confidence. Narasimhan sir, can we please have the vote of thanks?
Yeah, I think almost I have done. Only to say thanks to Maithili for coming back again. And ever energetic Gauri, my colleague, also doing a wonderful job every day of this session and talking to the students, encouraging the students. And also the students who participated actively in the session today. So my advice is come back again. It's every day. So learn. That's all. Thank you very much.
And the voting thanks has to include thanks to Narasimhan as well. So thanks to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all the students for participating. Hope to see you guys again in our next session. We will keep you posted on your WhatsApp groups and see you soon with more confidence. Have a great evening to everybody.
Hey, have a great evening, all of you. All the very best. Thanks, Gauri. Thanks, Narasimhan. Hoping to see all of you in another session soon. Bye, all of you. Yeah.